Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brad's jealousy erupts as Liz panics over Cyrus' visit. According to Tuesday, February 18th General Hospital spoilers, Brad Cooper will become envious while Elizabeth Baldwin will become anxious over Cyrus Renault's arrival. As Tuesday's action intensifies, there will also be some surprises at the Savoy. Curtis Ashford might have some Valentine's Day pranks up his sleeve because, first of all, Portia Robinson will be pressuring him for a hint about his plans. There will be some surprises on Trina Robinson's night with Kai Taylor, probably including her revelation that her father owns the Savoy. Harrison Chase will attempt to entice Brooklyn Quartermaine to join him in the shower, but things might not work out as planned. Chase will finally make a spectacular Valentine's Day gesture though. After Chase swoons over her, Brooklyn will feel even more guilty about the secret she's concealing, so she might decide to update him on her adoptive child shortly. Brad will feel lonely, so Lucas Jones will approach him for a conversation back at the Savoy. However, Maxie Jones' efforts at matchmaking may have dashed Brad's hopes for a romantic evening. Maxie intends to arrange for Lucas to go on a date with a gorgeous model who works at Deception. Brad appears to have a front-row ticket to Maxie pushing Lucas and his new partner together out of jealousy. Since Charlie Besso will be making his debut as Tobias, we should also discuss Aiden Weber's boyfriend. On Tuesday's GH episode, Aiden will present Elizabeth and Lucky Spencer to Tobias. Cyrus will then prepare to hit Liz with that syringe laden with digitalis. Elizabeth will recognize that danger has arrived at her door once Cyrus gets there. Liz might be saved by Lucky, but will Cyrus poke fun at him in the upcoming episodes? Anna Devane will make another appeal to Jason Morgan in the interim, hoping to stop him from acting independently. Jason might still pursue Cyrus after his PCPD release, even though Anna promised to take him down legally. Given that Jocelyn Jacks will be exposed by Cyrus in his hideout later this week, that may be excellent news for her. Is Jason going to save Jocelyn? It's a possibility to think about, but Jack Brennan might step in if he recognizes that he's put Jocelyn in danger. In any event, Brennan will surprise Carly Spencer with flowers, and they will both enjoy the quiet before the storm. Brennan will have another chance to engage in flirtation and strengthen his bond with Carly. Carly doesn't know all of Brennan's secrets, but she will like knowing some of them. Carly would be incensed if she knew that Brennan was giving Jocelyn information on Cyrus. When the truth is revealed, Carly might aggressively oppose Brennan's apparent attempt to enlist Jocelyn for the WSB. Lulu Spencer will continue to criticize herself for being a horrible mother, unless Dante Falconeri offers her some support. Dante might believe that Lulu should be lenient with herself because it's evident that she woke up to some chaotic conditions. According to General Hospital spoilers, Lulu may worry that more problems are on the horizon, while Dante may make some predictions about better days to come. Cyrus was shot by Jocelyn and injured with digitalis. According to General Hospital teasers, Jocelyn Jacks will be conducting some research this week, which may get her in trouble. Since Jack Brennan suggested that Jocelyn concentrate on Cyrus Renault's former colleagues, she has been volunteering at Turning Woods and is undoubtedly onto something. After investigating the owners of the mansion that Cyrus Renault is concealing, Jocelyn is aware that Cyrus was linked with Austin Gatling Holt. Jocelyn is probably going to visit Austin's residence and conduct some research this week. Cyrus Renault discovers Jocelyn Jacks at the old house of Austin Gatling Holt. We are aware that Jocelyn still possesses Dex Heller's firearm, which she probably would take with her for safety if she were conducting an inquiry. Jocelyn is probably heading down a perilous path to do some digging at Austin's house, and when Cyrus discovers her there, she will be in serious trouble. When Cyrus discovers that Jocelyn, not Elizabeth Baldwin, was in his room, the pieces will finally fit together, and he will be compelled to act independently. Cyrus Renault must be shot by Jocelyn Jacks. Now that he is aware that killing Jocelyn is necessary to preserve his secrets, Cyrus pursues her. Jocelyn takes Dex's gun out of her purse out of fear for her life and defends herself by shooting Cyrus. Jocelyn is shocked by what she did, and Cyrus falls. The medical staff and the police, including Anna Devane and Harrison Chase, show up. The worst part is that Cyrus is still alive and requires immediate medical attention at the General Hospital. Cyrus Renault's condition is critical. Cyrus is in critical condition following the incident. No one would hold General Hospital employees accountable if they chose not to operate on Cyrus because so many of them harbor animosity for him. In the end, Doctors Lucas Jones and Terry Randolph would take over. Cyrus would be hanging on by a thread on the verge of death. Then someone enters his room. Cyrus Renault has a digitalis injection. Cyrus is rendered virtually lifeless as an unknown attacker uses a syringe to inject him while he is unconscious. He has a setback and experiences cardiac arrest a few moments later. Lucas and Terry try to bring him back to life. The antidote will not be utilized because he is unaware that he was injected with digitalis himself. Can Cyrus be saved before it's too late? And who gave him the digitalis injection? The suspect list is long. Although there would have been justification for almost everyone in Port Charles to murder Cyrus, only one individual did it in the end. Who was it? When the identity is disclosed, it will be the biggest surprise if General Hospital plays their cards well. Anyone could be the culprit. Given that Cyrus killed her daughter Sam McCall in the same manner, Alexis Davis is most likely the guilty party. If Alexis killed Cyrus in the same manner that he killed her daughter, wouldn't that be poetic justice in the ideal form of retaliation? Naturally, other Port Charles residents would also receive poetic justice in the same manner for the loved ones who were abducted by Cyrus's deceitful mercy kills. How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you believe Jocelyn will shoot Cyrus after he pursues her? Will Cyrus receive a digitalis injection at General Hospital? Will Cyrus survive this attempt on his life? And who would be the guilty party? The new romance between Cody and Lulu. According to General Hospital spoilers, it appears that everyone agrees that something needs to be done about Cody. For all the information you require, continue reading below. General Hospital spoilers. The new romance between Cody and Lulu. There is a lot of conjecture that the General Hospital writers may finally decide to give Cody the romance plotline he so urgently craves. He has been becoming too involved in Sasha's affairs. In addition to that, some viewers simply think he's obnoxious. Some have even suggested that, given their strong chemistry in front of the cameras, he should try getting close to Lulu herself. It goes without saying that there was a lot of discussion regarding this speculation on the internet. I think they just need to stop putting Cody in a forced proximity or journey romance trope storyline. Some people even said in their comments, since they had a stronger relationship than he and Molly, I wouldn't mind if they paired him with Lulu. Well, unfortunately, Cody and Sasha aren't Jonathan and Tammy, a different show viewer commented. People were interested in both of those personalities in their relationship. It would be embarrassing if they permitted the relationship to continue because Cody and Sasha aren't particularly interesting to begin with. Unbelievably, there was also the comment, Josh Kelly is a terrible actor. Even worse than his inebriated acting was his portrayal of being chilly and shivering. It made me cringe. Moreover, Molly and I don't click. Zip. General Hospital spoilers. Cody and Lulu's future plans? They ought to have told Cody and Sasha that Sasha isn't Roberts and then had a full-fledged incest story with them. Needless to say, fans of General Hospital will just have to watch every single day to see what happens next. Over the years, Christina's role on General Hospital has changed hands a few times, and one fan favorite who has been missed by her followers recently revealed some very wonderful news. From 2012 to 2013, Lindsay Morgan Sipos played the part of Port Charles. She will soon become a mother. In a social media video, Morgan revealed that she and her spouse, Sean Sipos, star of Outer Range Reacher, are expecting their first child together. Astonishment! Exclaimed the actress. It appears that I will require larger pants. We are so thrilled for this beautiful blessing, she added after sending Sipos her love. A picture of a onesie with the words plot twist printed on it opened the video, which was then followed by a picture of Morgan's growing baby bulge and a sneak glimpse at her sonogram. Additionally, there were images of pizza, a relic of her and Sipos' wedding kiss, their adorable dog, and lastly the moment she informed him they were expecting a child. You're pregnant, really? Are you serious? Sipos said in shock. And when a tear of happiness glistened on Morgan's face, the couple collapsed into each other's arms, reminiscent of a moment from the film Grease. Kristen Alderson, a former cast member of General Hospital and One Life to Live, was among her daytime friends who jumped into the comments section to offer their congratulations, writing, "OMG congratulations. It's going to be fantastic. Days of our lives, yes, Victor Webster continued. Congratulations to you too. Trina's Valentine's confession, Cupid Maxi, and showering romance. General Hospital spoilers indicate a sneak peek for Tuesday, February 18, 2025, has been made public. It depicts Harrison Chase performing with passion. Cupid is played by Maxi Jones. In the meantime, during her Valentine's Day date, Trina Robinson makes a confession. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming ABC soap opera episode as you continue reading. Bringing love. Expect Chase to show Brooklyn Quartermain some affection on Tuesday, February 18th. In a sneak peek, Chase is cleaning in the shower when someone walks in. There's space for two, Chase argues, assuming it's BLQ. Hopefully nobody is harmed. There are other romantic plans underway in the meantime. Maxi chooses to mediate a match. The maternal confession of Lulu Spencer. She has a heart-to-heart with Dante Falconeri over with Lulu Spencer. Lulu acknowledges that she feels inadequate as a mother. Dante appears empathetic and probably attempts to support Lulu. After her 4-year coma, Lulu has been acclimating to reality, and every parent makes mistakes. Even though Dante has problems whenever he sees Lulu, she is not to blame for Sam McCall's passing. Complicating matters further is the fact that Lulu still harbors affections for Dante. Naturally, they might become closer as a result of this interaction. Trina Robinson's confession. According to General Hospital spoilers, Trina and Kai Taylor will go on a date in today's episode. Trina claims to have an unexpected confession, while appearing to be having a fantastic time. Will Kai and Trina become closer as a result of this confession, or could it be another romantic setback? February 18, 2025, Tuesday. Additionally, fans will witness Jack Brennan and Carly Spencer divulge a secret. Carly states in a teaser video that she enjoys knowing something about Brennan that nobody else does. But didn't Lucas Jones just caution Carly against secretive men? Red flags with Brennan appear to be surfacing once more. But Carly is too enamored to pay much attention to those warning signs. Jocelyn Jacks is also being guided by Brennan. Carly won't be overly fond of that, in my opinion. Jason Morgan is asked to take a chance on Anna Devane as well. Brad Cooper has a special request from Lucas. Curtis Ashford is also put on the spot by Portia Robinson. Liz panics over Cyrus' visit. Brad's jealousy erupts. The sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the small cozy apartment Liz called home. She sat cross-legged on the couch, a cup of tea in hand, scrolling through her phone absent-mindedly. The day had been uneventful, and she was looking forward to a quiet evening with Brad, her boyfriend of 2 years. They had plans to order takeout and watch a movie, something simple and comforting. But as the clock ticked closer to 7 p.m., Liz's phone buzzed with a notification that would turn her peaceful evening upside down. It was a text from Cyrus. Her heart skipped a beat as she read the message. "Hey Liz, I'm in town for a couple of days. Thought I'd stop by and catch up. I'm outside your place." Liz froze. Cyrus. The name alone was enough to send a wave of panic through her. Cyrus had been her college sweetheart, the one who got away, the one who had broken her heart in ways she still hadn't fully recovered from. They hadn't spoken in over 3 years, and now he was here, outside her apartment unannounced. Her mind raced. What did he want? Why now? And more importantly, how was she going to explain this to Brad? Brad, who had always been a little insecure about her past with Cyrus. Brad, who had once admitted that he felt like he was living in Cyrus's shadow, even though Liz had assured him countless times that he was the one she wanted to be with. Liz took a deep breath, trying to steady her nerves. She couldn't just ignore Cyrus. That would be rude, and besides, she was curious. What could he possibly want after all this time? She quickly texted him back. "Give me a sec. I'll be right down." She set her phone down and glanced around the apartment, as if looking for some kind of answer. Her eyes landed on a photo of her and Brad on the mantelpiece. They were smiling, arms wrapped around each other, looking happy and carefree. The sight of it grounded her. She loved Brad. She had moved on from Cyrus. Whatever this was, she could handle it. Liz grabbed her jacket and headed for the door, her heart pounding in her chest. As she stepped out into the cool evening air, she saw him. Cyrus. He was leaning against his car, looking just as handsome as she remembered. His dark hair was slightly longer, And he had a new tattoo on his forearm, but otherwise he was the same. The same confident smile, the same piercing eyes that seemed to see right through her. "Hey Liz," he said, pushing off the car and walking toward her. "It's been a while." "Yeah, it has," she replied, forcing a smile. "What are you doing here?" Cyrus shrugged. "I was in the area and thought I'd stop by." "I've missed you." Liz's stomach churned. Missed her? What was that supposed to mean? She crossed her arms over her chest, trying to create some distance between them, even if only emotionally. "Cyrus, it's been 3 years. You can't just show up out of the blue and say something like that." He chuckled, running a hand through his hair. I know. I'm sorry. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. About us. About what we had." Liz shook her head. "Cyrus, there is no. Not anymore. I'm with Brad now. I'm happy." Cyrus's smile faltered for a moment, but he quickly recovered. "I get that. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just wanted to see you. To talk. Maybe we could grab a coffee or something." Liz hesitated. She knew she should say no. She should tell him to leave, that there was nothing left to say. But a part of her was curious. A part of her wanted to know why he was really here. And maybe, just maybe, a small part of her wanted closure. "Okay," she said finally. "But just for a little while. And I need to let Brad know." Cyrus nodded. "Of course. I don't want to cause any problems." Liz pulled out her phone and sent a quick text to Brad. "Hey, something came up. Cyrus is in town and wants to catch up. I'll be back soon." She hit send and immediately regretted it. She should have called him. She should have explained. But it was too late now. She just hoped Brad would understand. Brad's jealousy erupts. Brad was in the middle of choosing a movie when Liz's text came through. He frowned as he read it, his stomach twisting into knots. Cyrus. The name alone was enough to make his blood boil. He had always felt insecure about Liz's past with Cyrus, even though she had assured him countless times that she was over him. But now Cyrus was here in town, and Liz was meeting him without even asking Brad how he felt about it. Brad clenched his fists, trying to calm himself down. He trusted Liz. He did. But this felt like a betrayal. Why would she agree to meet Cyrus without talking to him first? Didn't she know how much this would hurt him? He paced the living room, his mind racing. What if Cyrus was trying to win her back? What if Liz still had feelings for him? Brad couldn't shake the image of Liz and Cyrus together, laughing, reminiscing, maybe even rekindling old flames. He grabbed his keys and headed for the door. He couldn't just sit here and wait. He needed to see for himself what was going on. The coffee shop confrontation. Liz and Cyrus sat across from each other in a small, cozy coffee shop. The air between them was thick with tension, neither of them quite sure what to say. Finally, Cyrus broke the silence. "So how have you been?" he asked, his voice soft. "I've been good," Liz replied, stirring her coffee absently. "Busy with work. Brad and I are doing great." Cyrus nodded, but Liz could see the disappointment in his eyes. "That's good. I'm glad you're happy. What about you?" Liz asked, trying to steer the conversation away from herself. "What have you been up to?" Cyrus shrugged. "Not much. Just working, traveling. Trying to figure things out, I guess." Liz nodded, unsure of what to say next. The conversation felt forced, awkward. She couldn't help but wonder why he was really here. "Liz," Cyrus said suddenly, leaning forward. "I know I messed up. I know I hurt you. And I've regretted it every day since. I needed you to know that." Liz's heart ached at the sincerity in his voice. She had waited so long to hear those words, but now that they were here they felt hollow. Too little, too late. "Cyrus," she said softly, "I appreciate you saying that. But it's been 3 years. I've moved on. I'm with Brad now, and I'm happy. I can't go back to what we had." Cyrus looked down at his coffee, his expression unreadable. "I get that. I needed to see you. To know if there was any chance." "There isn't," Liz said firmly. "I'm sorry." Cyrus nodded, but before he could say anything else, the door to the coffee shop burst open. Liz looked up, her heart sinking as she saw Brad storming in, his face flushed with anger. "Brad," she said, standing up. "What are you doing here?" "What am I doing here?" Brad snapped. "What are you doing here, Liz? You didn't think I'd want to know that you were meeting your ex behind my back." Liz's eyes widened. It's not like that, Brad. I was just what? Brad interrupted. Catching up? Reminiscing about the good old days. Cyrus stood up, holding up his hands in a placating gesture. Hey man, it's not what you think. I just wanted to talk to Liz. That's all. Brad turned to Cyrus, his eyes blazing. Stay out of this. This is between me and Liz. Liz stepped between them, her hands on Brad's chest. Brad, please. Let's just go home and talk about this. Brad looked down at her, his anger slowly giving way to hurt. Why didn't you tell me, Liz? Why didn't you talk to me before meeting him? Liz sighed, her heart breaking at the pain in his voice. I'm sorry, Brad. I should have. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I didn't think it would upset you this much. Brad ran a hand through his hair, his frustration evident. Of course it upsets me, Liz. You're my girlfriend, and you're meeting your ex without even telling me. How do you think that makes me feel? Liz reached for his hand, squeezing it gently. I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean to hurt you. I needed to see him. To get closure. Brad looked at her, his eyes searching hers. And did you? Did you get your closure? Liz nodded. I did. And now I'm ready to go home. With you. Brad hesitated for a moment, then nodded. Okay. Let's go. As they turned to leave, Cyrus called out to Liz. Liz, wait. She turned back to him, her expression soft but firm. Goodbye, Cyrus. Cyrus nodded, his shoulders slumping in defeat. Goodbye, Liz. The aftermath. The ride home was silent, the tension between Liz and Brad palpable. When they finally arrived at their apartment, Brad turned to Liz, his expression serious. We need to talk, he said. Liz nodded, her heart heavy. I know. They sat down on the couch and Liz took a deep breath. Brad, I'm so sorry. I should have told you about Cyrus. I should have talked to you before meeting him. I didn't mean to hurt you. Brad sighed, running a hand over his face. I know you didn't, Liz. But it did hurt. It hurt a lot. I need to know that you're really over him. That you're not going to leave me for him. Liz reached for his hand, holding it tightly. Brad, I love you. You're the one I want to be with. Cyrus is in the past. He's always going to be a part of my history, but you're my future. I need you to believe that. Brad looked at her, his eyes filled with emotion. I want to believe that, Liz. I really do. But sometimes it feels like I'm competing with a ghost. Liz shook her head. You're not competing with anyone, Brad. You're the only one I want. The only one I need. Brad pulled her into his arms, holding her tightly. I love you, Liz. I love you too, Brad, she whispered, her heart finally at peace. Conclusion. The visit from Cyrus had stirred up old emotions and insecurities, but in the end, it had only strengthened Liz and Brad's relationship. They had faced their fears and come out stronger on the other side. As they sat together on the couch, wrapped in each other's arms, Liz knew that she had made the right choice. Brad was her present and her future, and nothing, not even Cyrus, could change that. Cyrus injected with digitalis after being shot by Jocelyn. The drama in General Hospital has reached an explosive peak, with Jocelyn Jacks making a shocking move by shooting Cyrus Renault. However, the intrigue doesn't end there. Cyrus is later injected with digitalis, adding another layer of suspense and mystery to this gripping storyline. Fans are left wondering, who administered the deadly drug, and what does this mean for Cyrus' fate? The tension between Jocelyn and Cyrus. Cyrus Renault has been a thorn in the side of Port Charles residents for years, and his latest schemes have only escalated tensions. Jocelyn Jacks, the daughter of Carly Corinthos and Jasper Jacks, has long been caught in the dangerous crossfire of mob wars, but no one expected her to take such drastic action. The fiery young woman, known for her resilience and fierce loyalty to her family, finally had enough of Cyrus' manipulations and threats. In a heated confrontation, Jocelyn found herself in a life-or-death situation. Whether it was self-defense or a moment of sheer desperation, she pulled the trigger, leaving Cyrus bleeding out. But even as fans processed the shock of Jocelyn taking such an extreme step, the story took an even darker turn. Someone ensured Cyrus' condition was far worse than a gunshot wound. The mystery of the digitalis injection. As doctors rushed to save Cyrus' life, an unexpected medical complication arose. He had been injected with digitalis, a potent heart-affecting drug. This revelation sent shockwaves through the hospital staff and the Port Charles community. Was it an act of mercy, an attempt to finish the job, or something more sinister? Digitalis is known to affect the heart, slowing it down or even stopping it if administered in high doses. This raised the stakes considerably. If Jocelyn's shot didn't kill Cyrus, the injection could have. But who had access to him in such a vulnerable state? And more importantly, why? Possible suspects and motives. With a crime this shocking, multiple people could have had a hand in ensuring Cyrus Renault never recovered. Let's examine the possible suspects and their motives. 1. Sonny Corinthos. As the reigning crime boss of Port Charles, Sonny Corinthos has every reason to want Cyrus gone. Their rivalry has spanned years, with Cyrus continually attempting to undermine Sonny's empire. While Sonny has always preferred a calculated approach, could he have ordered someone to inject Cyrus with digitalis to ensure he never rose to power again? 2. Carly Corinthos. Carly is no stranger to taking drastic measures when it comes to protecting her family. After all, Cyrus has terrorized her loved ones, including her daughter Jocelyn. If she had the opportunity, would she have taken matters into her own hands to ensure Cyrus never posed a threat again? 3. Someone on the hospital staff. Port Charles's General Hospital has seen its fair share of shady medical dealings. Could someone within the hospital have taken it upon themselves to administer the fatal dose? Maybe a doctor or nurse with a vendetta against Cyrus decided to take advantage of his vulnerable state. 4. A rival from Cyrus' own world. Cyrus has made plenty of enemies in the criminal underworld. Perhaps someone saw this as the perfect opportunity to take out a dangerous competitor. Could one of his old rivals have infiltrated the hospital and delivered the fatal injection? The fallout of Jocelyn's actions. Jocelyn's decision to shoot Cyrus is already a controversial topic. Her family, particularly Carly and Sonny, will undoubtedly rally to protect her, but the legal consequences could be severe. If the police determine that her actions weren't purely in self-defense, she could face serious charges. Moreover, the injection of digitalis complicates matters further. If the medical examiner finds that Cyrus' death was caused by poisoning rather than the gunshot, Jocelyn's case might become even murkier. Could someone be framing her for murder? How will this affect the Corinthos family? The Corinthos family is already dealing with multiple crises, and this situation adds even more tension. Sonny, who is already in a precarious position, must now manage both the legal and personal ramifications of Jocelyn's actions. Carly, ever the fierce protector, will stop at nothing to keep her daughter safe. But will her efforts lead to even more danger? Michael Corinthos, Jocelyn's older brother, may also get involved in the fallout. As someone who has tried to distance himself from the mob life, how will he react to Jocelyn's entanglement in such a deadly situation? The investigation begins. Detective Dante Falconeri and the Port Charles Police Department have their hands full with this case. While Jocelyn's involvement in the shooting is already a major issue, the poisoning adds a whole new layer of intrigue. Will they uncover the truth before it's too late? As the investigation unfolds, more secrets are bound to come to light. Was Jocelyn truly acting in self-defense, or was there more to the story? Who injected Cyrus with digitalis, and will they be brought to justice? And most importantly, will Jocelyn be able to walk away from this unscathed? The future of Cyrus Renault. Despite being shot and poisoned, Cyrus Renault has proven time and again that he is a survivor. If he manages to pull through this ordeal, his wrath will be unlike anything Port Charles has seen before. He will undoubtedly seek revenge against those responsible, making him an even more dangerous adversary. On the other hand, if this is truly the end for Cyrus, his death will send ripples throughout Port Charles. His criminal empire will be up for grabs, leading to even more power struggles within the underworld. Who will rise to take his place? Conclusion. A storyline filled with twists and turns. The saga of Cyrus Renault, Jocelyn Jacques, and the mysterious digitalis injection is far from over. Fans of General Hospital are in for a wild ride as the truth slowly unravels. With shocking twists, high-stakes drama, and intense emotional moments, this storyline has all the ingredients of a classic GH tale. Will Jocelyn pay the price for her actions? Who truly wanted Cyrus dead? And how will this affect the future of Port Charles? One thing is certain. This is one storyline that fans won't soon forget. Showering romance, Cupid Maxi, Trina's Valentine's confession. Valentine's Day is a time for love, surprises, and heartfelt confessions. This year, romance is in the air as love takes center stage in unexpected ways. From a passionate shower scene to a matchmaking Cupid with a plan, and a heartfelt confession that could change everything, this Valentine's Day is bound to be unforgettable. Showering romance, a passionate encounter. Love is about spontaneity, and nothing captures that spirit more than a steamy, unexpected romantic encounter. In the days leading up to Valentine's, two star-crossed lovers find themselves caught in a moment of passion that neither saw coming. The setting is intimate, a warm candlelit bathroom with the scent of vanilla and jasmine filling the air. Steam curls around the tiled walls as water cascades down, creating an atmosphere of both sensuality and tenderness. For one couple, this shower becomes more than just a place to wash away the day's troubles. It turns into a sanctuary where emotions overflow, and hidden feelings come to the surface. The closeness, the shared vulnerability, and the heat between them ignite something undeniable. Every whispered word and lingering touch serves as an unspoken promise that this is more than just a fleeting moment. It is the beginning of something deep and lasting. But romance is never without complications. What starts as a simple expression of love soon leads to questions. Can their passion withstand the reality of their everyday lives? Or will the pressures of the outside world force them apart once again? This Valentine's Day, the answer will unfold in the most unexpected way. Cupid Maxi, the ultimate matchmaker. Maxi Jones has always been a force to be reckoned with. Fierce, determined, and armed with a heart full of good intentions, she takes it upon herself to play Cupid this Valentine's Day. With her keen eye for chemistry and an uncanny ability to see potential where others might not, she devises a plan to bring together two people who, in her mind, are absolutely meant to be. Her targets? Two stubborn souls who refuse to acknowledge the sparks flying between them. Maxi knows that love sometimes needs a little push, and she is more than happy to do the pushing. Armed with romantic setups, well-timed coincidences, and a few mischievous tricks, she sets the stage for what she hopes will be the perfect love story. From candlelit dinners that just happen to have an extra seat to secret notes leading to a romantic rendezvous, Maxi pulls out all the stops. Along the way, she faces unexpected challenges, including one half of the intended couple stubbornly resisting her efforts and another already harboring secret feelings they are too afraid to admit. Will Maxi's matchmaking efforts lead to a happily ever after? Or will her meddling backfire spectacularly? One thing is for certain, this Valentine's Day love will find a way, even if it needs a little help from a well-meaning Cupid. Trina's Valentine's confession, a heartfelt revelation. For Trina, this Valentine's Day is more than just a celebration of love, it's a turning point. After months of hiding her true feelings, she finally gathers the courage to make a confession that could change everything. The weight of unspoken words has been pressing on her heart for too long, and she knows she cannot let another day pass without saying what needs to be said. The moment is carefully planned. Trina chooses a quiet, meaningful location where memories linger, where love has always felt possible. With a racing heart and a mix of fear and hope in her eyes, she prepares to bare her soul. But confessions are never easy. The fear of rejection, the possibility of misunderstanding, and the uncertainty of what comes next all threaten to hold her back. Yet she knows that love requires courage. So she takes a deep breath and speaks the words that have been living in her heart for so long. The response is everything she hoped for and more. In that moment, all doubts fade away, and love takes center stage. The embrace that follows is filled with relief, joy, and the undeniable truth that sometimes, the biggest risks lead to the most beautiful rewards. A Valentine's Day to remember. As the day comes to an end, love has worked its magic in unexpected ways. The passionate shower encounter reaffirms a love that refuses to be denied. Cupid Maxi's matchmaking efforts result in a new love story blossoming. And Trina's heartfelt confession marks the beginning of something truly special. This Valentine's Day is a reminder that love is always worth fighting for. Whether it comes in the form of a steamy embrace, a mischievous Cupid's touch, or a long overdue confession, love has a way of finding those who are brave enough to embrace it. And for these couples, February 14th will forever be a day they will never forget.